Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We are pleased to be joined by none other than Dylan Mamba Smith. Of course, we'll be driving in the ARCA Menard Series race at IRP this weekend in for Young's Motorsports. How's it going? This is something you've been working on for a long time.
Yeah, dang, like 14 years. It's going good, man. I'm happy to be on your show. I appreciate the call. I remember meeting you back when I was at MDM, running around the ARCA field. I was not a helmet toter, in case anyone was wondering. I refused to hold anyone's helmet, but I did PR for everybody. So happy to be on the show.
Yeah, of course. That's where I first met him. And I was like, yeah, it's been a while since I've talked to him, but so we figured we might as well get him on and talk about this. He's also, you've seen him around. Of course, he's working for NASCAR and doing a bunch of stuff there for the social channels as well. But this is something you've always been trying to do. You've been in Snowball Derby, Snowflake. You've been trying to get in as many things as you can. And now you've been trying to, and now it's finally here. You get to actually run one of these things.
Yeah, man. I mean, trying to do all you can, which for me is, once a year usually. So I ran a Myrtle Beach 400 in 2016. I ran a couple snowflakes, snowflake 100s. Those have been fun. And then, this year I've always wanted to do an ARCA race, always, right? And this year, one of my friends and his fiance asked me if I would officiate their wedding. And I was like, I mean, what? First of all, you want me to marry you? Are you sure? It's your day. I could really mess this up. And no, they're like, no, we want you to. And they're like, but the wedding is on Snowball Derby week. And we know you always run the snowflake. And I was like, look, if you guys really want me to do this, I'm honored. So I'll go out. And I'm like, I can find another thing to go race, right? And I really hadn't put much thought into it. And AJ Almendinger is a good buddy of mine. He's like, well, what do you need to do it? And I told him, and he grabbed a napkin. We were at Boatyard Eats, and he grabbed a napkin and wrote a contract out on the napkin, and we signed it. And then that's what got it started. Austin Craven and Team Dylan representing, and Maestros came on, and we got Elliott's Custom Carts and Trailers and Motor Coach, and the Tony Elliott Foundation, and the Mark Mamba and the Mayor podcast. So we're good. We're loaded up and hunting for bear.
So yeah, you mentioned that the Mark Mamba and Mayor podcast. Of course, the podcast that you do with Mark Martin and Jeff Burton. Mm-hmm. How did that get put together?
Your guess is as good as mine. I got pulled to the side one day. I think I was in Coda or Atlanta or something, and someone was like, "Hey, would you be interested in doing this podcast?" And I said yes before they even said it. And they're like, "Well, Mark Martin." I said yes, and Jeff, I said yes. I said, "I'm in. Whatever it is, I'm in. Let's do it." So I mean, honestly, Mark and Jeff, it's up to them, right? So they get to pick whatever they want. The fact that they picked me, I really appreciate it. I have good relationships with both those guys for different reasons. One, actually, I was at Stewart House. I'm 99% sure Jeff came and raced there once when I was there, and Mark raced there for sure. And then, as Harrison has gotten moved up, I've been around Harrison quite a bit.
Yep.
Late models, and then at MDM. And so we have a good relationship. Obviously, theirs is great. So I just get to be the conduit to their conversations.
Yeah, it's like I forgot about that. If it wasn't for you, I don't know. I mean, because of you, I met Harrison Burton. That's how I met Sheldon Creed. That's how I met Sam Mayer.
Yep.
All that was because of him.
Yep. Yeah. Where are they all now? They are all getting it done in the national series. Most of them are. Well, we got Chase from those days. So from those days, we got one in Cup.
Yep.
Which is Harrison.
Yeah.
We got Sheldon, who's obviously a truck champion and now in Xfinity. We got Anthony Alfredo, who's now in Xfinity. Zane Smith, who, I mean, honestly has to be the favorite for the truck championship. And then Sam Mayer, who's finding his way, and he's going to win a couple Xfinity races before it's over this year. So we were stacked up, man. We had a lot going on.
Yeah, you did. It was, remember at that time it was you guys and Veneriti and Gibbs and all that, and really before a lot of the before Menards became a titlement sponsor. So,
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of
when it was still just the
things have
ARCA.
changed since you've been in ARCA. What were those for people that do not know MDM? What was that like?
I mean, it was like it was like being on the Bulls in like 1996, and you just showed up and you knew that you were gonna win. Like we were so good, man. I mean, winning at that point wasn't enough for us. And like the difference is for the drivers, they were teammates, right? But they all had their own aspirations and things that they needed to accomplish. But for the team guys, we were all teammates. Like we cared a lot about where the other one finished. Excuse me. And you know, we I think Hendrick pulled it off this year, a 1, 2, 3, 4. I
Yeah.
feel like they pulled that off this year. Yeah, everyone might say that was the first time it happened. No, we did it the first time at Pocono in
2018,
2018.
the
We
second.
went 1, 2, 3, 4.
And that was, I believe, that was a rain shortened race, I believe.
Yeah, complete domination.
Yeah.
But we went 1, 2 a bunch. We went 1, 2, 3 some too. Like I mean, that team was so good, and it was a blast being a part of it.
Oh yeah, and of course, that was also the team that relaunched Bubba Wallace's career as well.
Yeah. So yeah, Bubba. That was the year. So that year, Bubba was running really well with Roush, and then they ran out of funding, and he just stopped racing. And so my dude was sitting on the couch, and coincidentally, it was Maestro's and Team Dylan that was able to put that together. So Maestro's was on the truck when Bubba won at Michigan.
Yep.
I was the PR guy, and Bubba was one of my best friends. So going to victory lane with one of your boys is super dope, and it was fun. So we're all full circle now, and now I'm the one who gets to go and try to put that thing in victory lane, that Maestro's sponsored vehicle.
That's actually kind of really funny. It's funny how all that stuff works now.
God's plan, man. It's wild.
So what are we going to expect? Did you have any experience at IRP? Have you ran there before?
No. I mean, the IRP has just always been one of my favorite racetracks since I was a kid. So like, there's only one place that I'd like to run more than running at IRP, and that's at Loudon. That's at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. That's home for me, being from Vermont. But IRP it's just a racer's track, and it's wide and there's different grooves, and you got to figure it out. But it also makes it fun because if your car is not working in one spot, you can find another place to make it work. So no experience. Been putting in some laps on iRacing. Tomorrow, actually, I did some today at Young's Motorsports. They got a couple rigs up there that they use. And tomorrow morning, me and Jesse Little are gonna get in the lab and put in some work. He's getting ready for the truck race, so we'll kind of work on some stuff together.
Yeah. So going into this race, what's it going to be like? What do you expect? I know it'd be fun to go out there and chase after, but what would you be satisfied with, Mamba?
I am satisfied with running all the laps with all the corners of the car intact and still on the car. I'm in it to enjoy it, man. I mean, I feel like we've gotten so far away from why we do what we do a lot of times because of the business aspect, but it's because we love the sport and we love driving race cars and we love the communion and just being able to do that. And I call it my Dale Jr. moment when he runs his one race, and then after he hangs out and has a couple beers, I'm looking to do the same thing. We're gonna go race. We're gonna have a good time. Gonna compete hard. Hopefully get a great finish. And then I'm gonna go enjoy the truck race with some fans up in the stands. So it's gonna be a good night.
Yeah, it is going to be a good night. But it's going to be fun. I know. And then you're going to go check out the action at the Indy Road Course. So
Actually, I will not be going out there because Mamba Media, our media company, we do the digital strategy for Car Store, and Car Store has their big throwback race
Yeah.
Saturday. So I'm gonna run my race, enjoy it, and then hop on a plane Saturday morning, fly back to Charlotte, and we're gonna go up and support what's going on at Hickory for the 276 throwback.
You brought up Mamba Media. Talk about that venture. I know that you've always been, he's always had a creative sense since I've known you.
Yeah, no, Mamba Media came out of, I mean, it came out of COVID. It wasn't anything I was really looking to do. Yeah, like I was doing the Race and Fan Zone show, and I realized with that show, even though it was backed by, the RTA and Racing America, that it you need more than one show, right? So kind of looked at kind of like a barstool approach, and brought in a lot of people that do content, do podcasts like yourself, got with TobyChristie.com. We've come together to help elevate and give people an opportunity to enjoy, give people an opportunity to enjoy their craft and work on their craft, and give them a chance to maybe turn it from a hobby into a career. So doing a ladder system basically, but on the media side. So it's been fun. It's hectic sometimes. It's a headache sometimes, but I'm passionate about giving people opportunities, because without the people giving me opportunities, I wouldn't have had mine either. So it's been cool.
And if it wasn't for you, a lot of things wouldn't have happened for me. So
Oh man, you would have found a way, I'm sure.
but it's it helps, as people down the road. So it's obviously everything that with that. All right.
Sure.
Mamba, thank you so much for coming on. Good luck this weekend, and we'll talk soon. Okay, come back on again.
Absolutely.
Talk about.
All right, man. Anytime, just give me a buzz, man. It's good talking to you, and I appreciate what you do in the sport, in the space, man. You're a grinder, so keep after it.
Yes, thank you.